We're fume-free and toxin-free and germ-free.
Happy employees, a CEO who's hands-on, caring, visionary. So what happens when Julep hits it big?
First moment that we opened our first store, our first parlor, we knew that we wanted to be a national concept and bring this to as many women across the country as possible. It was sort of such a surprise to me that even from the first day that you start working with somebody else, that the culture is immediately beyond yourself. The minute that I had opened the concept and had other people working with me, that they all helped define what Julep is too, and we're doing that together.
To expand, Jane has to get the employees to buy into the Julep experience. They must truly be brand ambassadors. A person's experience must be the same in Seattle as it is in Yazoo City. The customers must also be born again, thrilled about Julep. It all comes from Jane. She is the harmonic generator of good vibes. Change is always taking place. If a company's getting hot, a social shift is taking place.
I call it placing capital in the path of social change, identifying companies that are benefiting from decisions that you and I are making. These decisions drive sales and earnings growth. You know, maybe it's a company that lets women hang with other women and get their nails done. And maybe it's a company that takes an old American favorite and makes it special, like pizza. What can be more generic than pizza? With 69,000 pizzerias nationally, why would America need another one?
Pizza is part of the American psyche. So when you upscale it from a greasy pie, what happens? Joe Fajer is yet another Starbucks X, a seed fallen from that corporate tree. His upscale idea, return pizza to its Neapolitan roots.
My friends and advisors even said, "You're crazy. The last thing that the city needs is another pizzeria." What they didn't know is that I'd been back to Naples, I had tasted the best pizza in the world, and I knew that Seattle had nothing like this pizza. So to me, there was no competition. It was wide open.
When I think of pizza, I don't think of artistry. I think of mass-produced food for the masses in King Kong sizes.
Well, it's an interesting dichotomy because our pizzas cook in 90 seconds, believe it or not. It takes a minute and a half in an 800 to 1,000 degree oven to cook a pizza. That would be the ultimate fast food. The difference here, though, where the dichotomy comes in, is that even though it's cooked quickly, it's made with age-old ingredients.
What sets Tutabella apart in the quality of your product? What goes into a Tutabella pizza?
That's a great question, Damon. I think it's the tenacity of Tutabella in trying to maintain an authentic product. And what we mean by that is using the ingredients we have in front of us today. San Marzano tomatoes grown in the volcanic soil of Mount Vesuvius, Grana Padano cheese, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, Fiore di Latte whole fresh milk mozzarella, and fresh basil. These are natural, great ingredients that are not loaded with preservatives like American pizza, and they create what we all know of as kind of that Mediterranean diet, what the Italians are known for, taking simple foods and elevating them to a new level.
People will pay for fresh, healthy ingredients and insanely great tasting pizza.
This is the pizza that you would have seen in Naples in the 1700s. Nothing has changed.
I think they do everything right. They do everything right, and it equals a perfect pizza.
When we discovered Tutabella, I was so happy because it's just like home. The ingredients are so great.
Questa pizza è tutta buona. So who's first?
Tutabella's upscale surprise, homemade waffle cones and gelato.
Joe was turned down by several banks, even after his restaurant was up and running for 4 or 5 years. Finally, a community bank whose president happened to love the pizza offered him the money.
You gave Tutabella money. You financed a restaurant, of all things, in 2008 when it looked like economic Armageddon and cataclysm. Are you crazy?
Well, Joe called me up and he says, "Do you lend money to restaurants?"
Yeah.
And I said no. But I said, I lend money to people that run restaurants. I can't say enough for the personality of Joe Fougere and, you know, the belief that this guy understands what he's doing, has a passion, and runs a good restaurant.
What's the magic formula of Tuttobello? They deliver a great product, great service, at an attractive price point. I'm pretty sure that almost guarantees Tuttobello's expansion, not only locally in the Pacific Northwest, but also nationally.
There's no question in my mind that Tuttobello would fit in any market in the country.
I'd like to see it, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Damon. Someday I hope that happens.
A nail salon for a new generation of women. A pizza joint that's upscaled with pure, healthy ingredients. And 2 CEOs with vision and passion. These are 2 Seattle startups worth spotting.
America, the rebirth of our economy begins with you. Businesses taking risks, and investors like yourself demanding excellence. Next time, we take a look at new technologies. I know you've heard of electricity, but have you ever heard of Y-tricity? Until we go trend spotting again, I'm Damon Vickers.